Hey Aquarius, it's Marley from the Energy Boutique, bringing you your January 2023 energy forecast. So welcome to 2023. We are going to experience the vibration, the spiritual lessons of 7 throughout this year, which has a lot to do with relationships. It has a lot to do with finding balance once again, stability once again, making peace with our past. If you'd like to do a deep dive in what 2023 has to offer, the highs, the lows, and everything in between, I'm going to definitely recommend that you take a listen to the 2023 energy forecast that I put out for this year's overview. Now, coming into January, the modern day calendar would suggest that we are in a vibration of 1, being the very first month. However, we're actually entering into the last quarter of the traditional calendar, the astrology calendar, which would suggest that January is actually the 11th month. Regardless of which one you want to align with, all of these ones do suggest that we are in a time of great manifestation due to our ability to focus on our dream, focus on our vision, and actually be able to manifest a brand new reality, a brand new beginning for ourselves. Now, you are super close to your birthday season, and with that being in the dark season up until Aquarius season hits, you likely will feel very heavy, very weighted, like you don't want to really deal with life anymore, like you're just over a lot. Now, when we move into Aquarius season, you're going to come to life once again, and that is when you're going to receive your new light codes for the year once your birthday hits. So there might be a little bit of friction. It might be a little bit of a slow, low, and depressing start to the year. However, things are going to shift very abruptly for you once we jump into Aquarius season. So we're coming into 2023 with Mercury retrograde, with Mars retrograde. And of course, that has a huge effect on our mental health and on our physical energy levels. We will be seeing a shift mid-month. We'll talk about that here in just a second, but just know it is absolutely natural, absolutely expected to feel a little bit down in the dumps as we enter into 2023. So on the 2nd, we have Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, worth, pleasure, and money, moving into your sign. This is going to be illuminating your first house of self. This is a glow up. This is you kind of getting a taste of feeling like yourself again. There likely will be a lot of physical changes that you are deciding to make as you approach your new natal year. Maybe new hair, new outfit, new vibe, new attitude. All of those things really do affect the way that you are standing out in the world. And with Venus, who is very focused on relationships, starting with the relationship with herself, you're definitely doing a lot of the inner work needed in order to boss up to a brand new level of confidence. Now, this energy of Venus being in Aquarius is really going to have you kind of thinking outside of the box, putting yourself in situations that you would normally shy away from. And I want you to pay attention to who it is that actually crosses your path as we kind of move through this energy, as there is a divine script playing out, and having like-minded people that can further our goals kind of cross our path when Venus enters into Aquarius energy. So because this is your first house of self, I would definitely recommend that you take a little bit more self-love, self-care. I want you to carve out some time to make sure that you are taking care of your mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional needs, especially as you anticipate your birthday season. On the 6th, we have our very first full moon taking place of 2023. It is taking place in Cancer energy, kind of triggering all the feels, if you will, and it's taking place at 16 degrees. So this is going to be shining a bright light on your 6th house of your day-to-day life, where it is that you need to kind of restructure, reorganize your daily habits, what it is that you focus on, what it is that you make time for. This absolutely is a health and wellness sector, and I feel like because Cancer energy is about kind of realizing where it is that we give too much of our power away and don't reserve enough energy for ourselves, you may have to take a good look at how it is that you're sharing yourself and showing up to be of service to other people, where it is that you need to pull that energy back and really start pouring it into yourself. Your mind, your body, your soul needs a new discipline, a new practice in order to stay balanced, in order to stay grounded enough, in order to help you manifest and bring some of your dreams, your goals, your visions to life over the course of 2023. Now, this will be a little bit of a flashback to July, maybe even June of 2022 of this year, because we had our new moon in Cancer at that time, and that kind of triggered a lot of moving parts where our home was concerned, where our family dynamics were concerned, where boundaries were concerned. And a lot of those boundaries need to be reanalyzed at this particular time to make sure that we have enough energy to be pouring into our own health and wellness first and foremost. Now, on the 12th, we have Mars, ruler of our physical energy, our passions, our desires, even our anger, finally going direct at 8 degrees in Gemini energy. So Mars has been in Gemini energy for quite some time, almost 7 months, went retrograde at the end of October, and was illuminating your 5th house, your heart chakra. So here's the thing. With Mars retrograde, we're a little bit confused on what we're excited about, what we're inspired about, what we're passionate about, what we want to pursue, what we need to make us happy. It's all that creativity that got blocked up, that playful energy got snuffed out, romance was all over the place. Well, now that Mars is going direct, we're going to get very clear on the path that we will be pursuing in order to kind of reach a new level of happiness, a new level of inspiration. We will identify new passions, new desires. We will examine where it is in our heart space we've been confused and what it is that we actually need to do in order to clear the way for new connections to actually be made. Now, on the 18th, we have Mercury going direct in Capricorn energy at the exact same degree that Mars is going direct in Gemini energy, 8 degrees, 8 minutes. So this is super, super intense, super powerful, because we have the ability to bring to life some ideas and goals, projects that we have been kind of debating between and that we weren't quite sure we had enough energy, motivation, and passion to actually go ahead and manifest them. Mars rules over our physical energy. Mercury rules over our mental plane. Mars is in Gemini energy, so our thoughts are very all over the place and very debatable. And Mercury is in Capricorn energy, the manifester of the zodiac, where we get to do and take action in order to bring forth and build the cornerstone foundation of what it is that our long-term goals need to be built upon. Now, Mercury, going direct in Capricorn energy, is illuminating your 12th house. Your 12th house is your soul house. Your soul contracts, your storylines, your past pain, your past trauma. It is examining your dreams, your creativity. It is very much the unconscious realm of your emotions, of your memories, of your thoughts, of your experiences. Now, no doubt you've had a lot of flashing back, because right now we are looking back in order to gain clarity on how it is that we're going to move forward. But you best believe that with Mars in your 5th house and Mercury in your 12th house, you are going to be cutting some very, very painful, traumatic, energetic cords that you would have experienced in your heart space through relationships, through disappointments over the past experiences. Now, all of this gets stored in your memories, stored in your physical body, and Mercury has the ability, because he is the ruler of the mental plane, to override those particular narratives and to cut yourself away from the things that are constantly haunting you and preventing you from truly opening up your heart space to other people. Expect there to be a major shift in your life, in your heart space, in your head space around the middle of the month. And this is great. I love this for you, because on the 20th is when the sun actually moves into Aquarius energy, shining a bright light on you, on who it is that you are, who it is that you desire to be. You're coming out of the woodwork. You're coming out of the darkness. You're ready to take part in life again. And this is a very powerful energy, because it's really showing us in a futuristic sense where your goals, where your dreams, where your hopes, where your wishes are. You're getting infused from the sun itself on your birthday to download you with all of the light codes that you're going to need for the spiritual lessons that you are about to kind of jump jump into as you enter into a brand new natal year. Now, lucky for you, on the 21st, we have the new moon taking place in Aquarius. This is your new moon. So take the time to sit down and really visualize what it is that you want to experience over the next course of the year, but even more than that, over the next 2-year cycle. It is taking place at 1 degree, 33 minutes, which is a little bit of a karmic energy, seeing as we just had the new moon in Capricorn take place on December 23rd at 1 degree, 33 minutes. This is a fresh, clean slate of karma, setting the tone for the cycle for the season that we want to be experiencing over the next 2-year lunar cycle. This is in your first house of self. So this is a huge glow up, a huge boss up, a huge re-emergence of who it is that you now are, now that you've done the inner work, that you've kind of upped the level of your self-worth, the self-value, and really aligned with new people, a new vision, a new dream. On the 22nd, we have Uranus going direct at 14 degrees in Taurus energy, illuminating your 4th house. So you've had a lot of focus on your home, on your family dynamics, the ever-changing relationship dynamics, the energy exchanges in between the people that you love. You likely would have seen a lot of change in the physical home environment as well. And this is going to be a good shift, a positive change on where it is that you are going to be leveling up once again. Now, this could mean that you are moving into a new place. This could mean that you are reestablishing some boundaries and some personal relationships that you've identified are sucking the life out of you. Regardless, this is setting down a brand new foundation. And with Uranus going into a direct position, you really do have to expect the unexpected. And in Taurus energy, this is going to affect all of the physical realm topics and themes. So routines, relationships, money matters, long-term goals, where the home and the family are concerned. So the last thing we have on the go is that Venus will be moving out of Aquarius energy, out of your sign, moving into Pisces energy on the 26th. So Venus moving into Pisces, first of all, we're in love with love. We're very focused on, kind of focusing on the smaller things in life that bring us joy and happiness. This is a great time for writers, for musicians, for artists, because there's a new level of creativity that gets downloaded in us in order to focus on the smaller things in life and really bring a lot of joy and happiness into our physical realm. Now, Venus moving into Pisces is very emotional, highly intuitive, super sensitive. There is some endings that are needed, especially in particular relationship dynamics, in order for new ones to begin. Now, Venus moving into Pisces energy is illuminating your 2nd house that Venus naturally rules over. The 2nd house is about foundations. What do we need to bring to life? What do we need to create? Where routines, relationships, money matters are concerned. A lot of this has to do with trusting our intuition, with setting our sights on a new dream, a new vision, a new goal, and then recognizing where it is that we're feeling called to pursue a new path, to take action on really infusing our lives with more beauty, with more fun, with more art, with more music, all of the things that actually raise our vibration. So having just entered into your birthday season, having, this glow up already with Venus in your sign, and then now shifting into the 2nd house, you're definitely going to be very focused on what it is that you want to manifest and bring to life for your new natal year. So a couple of messages that I would like to leave you with for you to focus on as you move throughout the month of January. The first one is reaching a new level of happiness, a new level of success where your home and family is concerned. Now, keep in mind that you do have Uranus going direct in this 4th house of home and family later on in the month, but it does feel like you have reached a certain level of safety, security, and stability where your home and the family dynamics are concerned. So congratulations to you on that. I know it's been a very hard struggle for you since 2020 with the whole family dynamic and the relationships in it. So it's really good to see that my Aquarian friends are finally finding a comfortable place, a safe place, not only for them to call home, but with the people that create the safety and security within the home. It does feel like you are going to have a lot of energy really be activated in your mental plane. As an Aquarius, you're always kind of operating from that higher level of intellect anyways, but you're likely going to have some very powerful aha moments, some epiphany moments, some ideas that just seem to come out of nowhere that just really kind of activate and trigger the excitement and the inspiration within you once again. I love this for you, but just keep in mind, it's not a time of action. It's a time of contemplation, a time of strategy. And so what I would say to you is, although we are gifted with a little bit of an action opportunity when Mars and Mercury go forward and go direct, what I would say is spend the time from now until then figuring out what that plan, what that strategy may look like, and focus more on the cleanup. What needs to be wrapped up, what needs to be tied up, what needs to be provided with an ending and a closure before you can go ahead and actually start building something new. Now, there is going to be a total transformation for you this month, mostly because you're moving out of your dark season, out of the ending of one natal year, and moving into a brand new beginning, a brand new season, a brand new cycle with the Aquarian energy. Now, one thing that I think that you need to be very contemplative on as you kind of bridge the gap between the old and the new is all that you've been able to accomplish, especially where your strength is concerned. Many of my Aquarian friends have been dealt some pretty crappy hands since 2020, and you've had no choice but to overcome them and figure it out and experiment with what works for you, what doesn't work for you. I think it would be very, very advisable for you before you get into Aquarius season to give yourself some credit, to celebrate all that you've been able to overcome, all that you've been able to really rise above, because there's been a lot of rising above for my Aquarian friends. So this is a good time to adopt the attitude of gratitude and to give yourself a little bit more credit than what you have been doing in the past. Your strength is admirable, okay? And hopefully 2023 will not continue to test how strong you are and instead give you a little bit of a break for you to implement what it is that you've already learned through the pain, through the struggle, through the obstacles and challenges that you've had no choice but to face. So Aquarius, I'm sending you nothing but love. I hope you have a beautiful January, and I'll be talking to you soon.